I believe adulting is about learning how to be a child again. Honestly, I believe that our highest version of ourselves is strongly tied to our childhood version. And our childhood version is our most unfiltered version without foreign distractions, without changes, without influences from the outside. Our raw, unfiltered self, which is our childhood version, is the same as our higher self. So, according to this theory, that means that if we want to be able to tap into our highest timeline and energy, we need to be our most authentic self, which is when we were children. You know, we didn't have any extra distractions that changed the kind of things or our perception or our way of being because we were just raw, and this is how we came into the world without self-doubt, without, you know, consistently portraying attributes that was not really who we were from the start, but maybe because we've been influenced by different experiences in our lives, we have kind of been altered as well. So, guys, I was thinking, I wanted to start a series, a 14-day series where I would drop every day one thing we can do together to be able to tap back into our most authentic self, our childhood version, because all these little characters and attributes, when you put them together, they become who you are. And I want us to slowly be able to rip off these covers, these masks from ourselves, whilst being true to who we actually are. So, for the first day, which is today, our first assignments would be to smile 6 times. Yeah. So, why is this my first? Before, when I was younger, I remembered before I got to this age, I remember that a lot of people used to tell me, "Why are you always smiling?" That's why I have smile lines, like very deep smile lines, because I used to smile a lot. And all of a sudden in my life, I started getting this question: Why are you always frowning? Yesterday, when I was in the gym, I started thinking to myself, when did I start frowning so much? When did I even start having a resting bitch face? Because I always used to smile when I was younger. Then I remember that when I got to a certain stage in my life whereby a lot of things started hitting me, life started lifing, I started going through many things, I gradually lost my smile. I gradually lost my shine. I was just moving through the world, trying to just get by. And then I noticed that, oh, so this is when I started to frown all the time. When I started to actually face life and just go through so much. And a lot of us have been like this. A lot of us used to be very lively, very chattery, very, free. But like it got to a point in your life where you don't even know where all of that vibe went. You don't even know where all of that energy went. Maybe you do have the vibe, but for certain times, for certain people, it's not a general thing anymore. We're always, because most of the time you're stressed, you're thinking, you're hustling, there's so much to worry about. But I want us to be able to find ourselves again. And that's why I'm going to do this 14-day challenge of being able to tap back into our childhood version as well as our most authentic version or our highest version, unfiltered. So, why is smiling the first thing we do? Because smiling actually helps increase your life expectancy, like your lifespan. Smiling increases your face value. Smiling actually is very good overall for your health, even. So, I want us to just do little simple things together. So, yeah, the first thing we're going to do is smile 5 to 6 times today. Let's try when we go out to just smile, 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 smile. Tomorrow, I'm going to come up with something else that we can do, another challenge. Now, this challenge is for those who want to be themselves again, who want to find themselves again, who want to detach from the stress and the worries of this world and honestly be present and be happy whilst being present, because you can only create from authenticity, happiness, gratitude, and so forth. All these lovely feelings, but not from anger, guilt, shame, sadness, and the rest of them. So, yeah, this would be our day one, and I'll see you tomorrow for day two.